Here again, we'll solve this equation. We'll form one fraction, a single fraction on the left, and then we'll manipulate it with what's on the right. So first we have a cross multiplying in both directions. Here we have 8 5s of 40x at 6x, and this is over 48, and minus equal to 3 over 4. Now if we cross multiply here, we have 160x and 24x is equal to 48 times 3, which is 144, which gives us 184x is equal to 144. So x is equal to 144 over 184. If we simplify this by dividing by what we have, 6, 12 ones, 12 and 2, 12 twos. Now that will go into the denominator. But if we divide by 8, we have in the numerator 8 ones 8, and 6, and 8 into 64 is 8, and in the denominator 8 2s are 16, remainder 2, 8 3s are 24. So our result, unlikely as it looks, is 18 over 23. I urge you to substitute 18 over 23 into the left-hand side and convince yourself that the result is 3/4. The alternative approach is to tackle this by creating a common denominator for all of these fractions, and that we'll choose 24. So multiply each fraction to achieve the denominator of 24. So the first one will multiply by 4, the second by 3, and on the right hand side we'll multiply by 6, and the results are 20x over 24 and 3x over 24. That's equal to 18 over 24. If we multiply each side of this fraction by 24, we're just left with the numerator 23, and 3x. I'm going ahead of myself, is equal to 18. So we have 23x is equal to 18, x is equal to 18 over 23. So there you have it, two approaches. This one a lot more straightforward and the same result. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair. Hi there. So we need to solve this. We'll turn these two fractions into a single fraction and then cross multiply from the left hand side to the right hand side. So here we have 15x minus 12 over 36, and is equal to x over 8. And now we can cross multiply. We have 36 times x, which is 36x, is equal to 8 into 15x minus 12. This gives us 36x minus, equals to 120x minus 96, leaving us with minus 84x is equal to minus 96. 7x is equal to 8, divided by 12 on both the left and right hand side. In fact, negative 12, giving us that x is equal to 1 1/7. There's another approach to solving this problem. you might prefer this. So we'll create a common denominator. So we have 12, 3 and 8, and we'll use 24 as our common denominator and turn these into equivalent fractions with a denominator of 24. So the first will become 10x over 24. So we've multiplied the numerator and denominator by 2. And this becomes 8 over 24. We multiply the numerator and denominator by 8. And lastly, 3x over 24. Both numerator and denominator by 3. And so if we multiply both sides by 24, we're just left with the numerators. So 10x minus 8 is equal to 3x. We have that 7x is equal to 8. And like what we have here, x is equal to 1 and 1/7. Two different approaches, the same result. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair. Hi there. I'm going to show you two approaches to solve this equation. The first is just to create a single fraction on the left, and then we try to solve that. So with these two fractions, I'll turn it into 10 times 2x, so cross multiply here. Whoops. Let me just write the result and not operation. So it's 20x minus 5 times 3 is 15 over 5 times 10, which is 50. That's equal to x over 4. And now we'll multiply, we'll cross multiply here. So we have 50x as equal to 4 into brackets 20x minus 15. And now we can simplify to give us 80x minus 60. So we have that minus 30x is equal to minus 60, giving us x is equal to 2. On the right here, and we're showing you alternative methods. And this is about creating the same denominator for both the left-hand side fractions and the fraction on the right-hand side. And our common denominator that we'll use is 20. That's the lowest value of a common denominator. And so we'll turn this all into equivalent fractions with a denominator of 20. So the first, we'll multiply both the numerator and denominator by 4 to give us 4x over 20. And this one is 6 over 20. So we'll multiply the numerator and denominator by 2. And lastly, 5x over 20. So we've multiplied here on the right hand side by 5. And now we can just write this as 4x minus 6 is equal to 5x, because all of them have the same denominator of 20. We multiply each side by 20. We eliminate the denominator and we just left with 4x minus 6 equal to 5x. And sorry, I made a mistake here. Let me just correct this. This should be 8x because we multiplied the numerator and denominator by 4. So now we have 8x minus 6 is equal to 5x. So we multiplied both the left hand side and right hand side by 20, and we just removed all the denominators. We're left with the numerators. So we have 8x minus 5x This is equal to 6. So 2x is equal to 6. Sorry, 3x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 2. So we end up with the same result, just a different approach. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair. Right, we need to solve this. The approach again is to group all the terms of x onto the left and the rational numbers over on the right hand side of the equal sign. So we have 2x over 9. We'll bring the minus 4x over 21 on this side. Comes 4x over 21. And on the right we have 15 over 9 minus the 4 over 7. Now we could go ahead and develop equivalent fractions for both these two algebraic fractions and these two rational fractions on the right. We'll have a denominator of 189. Now this becomes 42x over 189, and 4x over 21 becomes 36x over 189. So it's 9 fours are 36, and we know our denominator is 189 because it's 9 times 21, and 21 times 1 is 42. On the right hand side we'll have a denominator of 63, 9 sevens are 63, so it's 15 times 7, 105 over 63, minus 36 over 63. This evaluates to give us 78x over 189 is equal to 69 over 63. So x is equal to 69 times 189 over 78 times 63. Now, I've done a few cancellations. If you divide here by 3, we have 21, and 3 here will give us 23 above. Let's write it up above here, 23. If we divide by 3 here, 3, 2, 6, and 1, 3, 6 is 18, and this becomes 63. And all this simplifies to give us 69 over 26. And if you're wondering how I got that, I did another cancellation here by 3. So I divided 63 by 21. So all we have in the denominator is 26 times 1, which is 26. And we have 23 times 3, which is 69. And this can be simplified to 2 and 17 over 26. Please check the results to ensure that your left-hand side, when you substitute for x, is equal to what you have on the right-hand side. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Alistair. Right, we need to solve this. We'll group all our terms with x on one side and all the terms, the rational numbers, on the other side. So I'll have my x terms on the right. So I'll take the minus 2x over 45 onto the left-hand side to give us 2x over 45. We'll have x over 9 staying here on the left. And then we'll remove the 3/5 over onto the left. And this becomes minus 3 over 5. Now we want to ensure that we have equivalent fractions to make it a lot easier to manipulate. So we'll stay this, keep this as it is with a denominator of 45, and we'll have this change into a denominator of 45, which is 5 times the numerator and 5 times the denominator. And likewise here on the right hand side, we want a denominator of 15, so this stays the same, and this becomes 9 over 15 because it's multiplied both the numerator and denominator by 3. And next, this gives us minus 3x over 45, and this is equal to minus 7 over 15. If we cancel here, we have 15, so this is minus x over 15 is equal to minus 7 over 15. But both have the same denominator, so we can write here that it's minus x is equal to, and let's not write it like that. We continue here as minus x is equal to minus 7. That means x is equal to 7. Again, don't take my word for it. Substitute x into both sides of this original equation and verify that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Alistair. Hi there. We need to solve this equation. Now the first thing I want to do is to group similar or like terms on one side, and normally I'll have the unknown, like terms with the unknown, which is x, on the left, and the rational numbers on the right of the equal sign. So our first step is to take the x over 2 onto the left. It becomes minus x over 2. And at the same time, we take the third on the right here over to the left, and then we have minus 1 over 3. We'll simplify this by making sure all the denominators match. So we'll start with the left-hand side first. We have 3x over 4, and we'll keep this. We want this for the denominator of 4, and this becomes 2x over 4. And likewise, we do this on the right-hand side. So that's 15 over 24, and 8 ones are 8 over 24. So these are equivalent fractions, both on the left and also on the right-hand side. The left algebraic fractions, on the right just rational numbers. And so now we can simplify the left-hand side, which will give us just x over 4, and on the right-hand side 7 over 24. These are good examples because the result is not what we normally would expect. It's not a whole number, it is a fraction. And you should actually On finding the solution, substitute it into the original to make sure your left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Next, we just solve for x. 24x is equal to 28. And so we have x is equal to 28 over 24, which is 7 over 6, which is 1 1/6. So that's our solution, but we should check it. So you should substitute the value of x as 1 1/6, or you can use 7 over 6 in the left hand side here. See what your result is and do the same for the right hand side to make sure it's equivalent. Thanks for watching. I'm Alistair.